Hey guys, welcome back to Scott's Reviews. I'm Scott and this is my channel, and that is my daughter's button that she made for me that says subscribe, so I think you should do that. A lot of folks come to this channel and like other channels like this that do a lot of reviews, and you just kind of do a drive-by where they kind of like, what you got? I'm cruising along, and they keep going. So it's nice just to drift down there, hit the subscribe button, and give us it's kind of like giving your bartender a tip. I get really excited every time I see the subscriber count just go by 1 for the day. So make my day and subscribe. All right, enough of that. Today is about something that I've been waiting to buy for a while. Again, that I didn't do it before. Anyway, that I got. All right, eBay and I had a party and we developed another RX0 Mark II.
I did it.
So bought it from a guy or gal, I'm not sure who it was, but we went back and forth on price. It's hard to get the thing at a good price because these are no longer made anymore, right? I got a little bit discount on this, but it is an expensive camera for a used camera, and it's a very specific camera that you really have to know what you're doing and like about it. Otherwise, you're going to absolutely hate it. And if you own one of these, you play with one of these, you had one before, the reason why you're watching this video, you understand what I'm talking about. It's a love-hate relationship. But it takes a second round, I think. For me, it took a second round. All right, let me explain. This is the camera here, very small. You can see it. There we go. It's a very sexy little camera. Metal, it's tough, waterproof. I put the little lanyard on because I do like to drop it. It's got a flip-up screen in the back, right? I can turn it on for you. You can see yourself. See if you can see yourself. Can you see yourself? Oh, nope. See, you can kind of see yourself a little bit. Okay, that wasn't you. So I had this camera back in January of 2021. So about over a year now, I bought it. Had played with it, used it, reviewed it. You can see my review on that before, and then I returned it because it was just way too much money. Wasn't happy with the focus system. Wasn't happy with a lot of things, right? And then I missed this camera.
I love you, and I miss you.
I don't know, I don't miss a lot of cameras or a lot of gear stuff after I get rid of it. I move on to the next thing, but I couldn't stop thinking about this little guy. I don't know what it was. The weight, the cuteness of it with this little menu system that is the Sony menu system that you get to love and hate the entire time. I don't know. I don't know why. So you can see that. There we go. Sony a7 IV. You rock. Everyone treated this camera, or treats this camera, which I understand, I did it too, as an action camera. First off, I like my hat. I just got some hats to really look at. This is new. My daughters hate them, but I don't care. So I treated it like an action camera. This against the GoPro Hero 9, kind of like did a stabilization test. Of course, this thing rocked it out of the world. And I even put this thing on a gimbal, and this one still looked better, even on a gimbal here. So I did like an action camera, which it said don't treat it like an action camera, and exactly what I did.
If you're thinking action and you're running around, you want stable footage, something like that on a surfboard or whatever you're doing, this is not it.
So I got rid of it, and I didn't like the focus. Near, far.
Near or far. That's kind of like, to me, that works out perfect. Near the camera, or I want to focus far stuff behind me.
So I would try to record and then adjust the focus by lightly pressing the shutter half down, and I would turn off the camera, and that was aggravating. So those are the reasons why I got rid of it. All right, what is this little beast for? So I'm gonna go on a Disney cruise here in about 8 or 9 days, hopefully, if I pass the COVID test. And I'm gonna test a bunch of cameras. Well, I'm gonna not test them, I'm gonna use them for my family video, and then get a gauge on what really works, what doesn't work, which one was the best one to use, which one I use more of, and then we'll come back to that. I'm gonna do a video about that next after this. So this camera to me is a ZV1, an RX100, maybe even a Sony a7 III-ish kind of camera in your pocket that can get wet, that can go where other cameras cannot go. They can fit in locations that are real small that other cameras cannot fit. So if you want that non-GoPro look in an environment that basically demands it be a GoPro of some sorts, a waterproof camera, but you want the better looking image, this is what this is for. For video. Pictures. Pictures is something that you can easily do for like family stuff. So I'm going to use this a lot for photos around the water. So I'm going to try snorkeling by the pool, that kind of stuff, where this camera can get wet, dropped in, take pictures under the water, on top of the water. Now I'm not going to throw it around, it's metal, it can get scratched up, but that kind of toughness, right? I had an image of my daughter and I in a car where we took real quick, and I kept it for a while because it wound up being a nice looking picture for us when we were driving around. And I'll show it to you here, I don't care. But that is one of the pictures that kept reminding me about this camera, about, wow, that's a good image for such a small camera. I can't get that kind of image from a GoPro or an Action 2 or a Pocket 2. I can't get that kind of look, that little blur background, very clear image look that you like. You don't know if it came from a camera like this or a RX100 camera, but you know it came from a better camera than just like a phone or an action camera, right? That's where this guy lies. So if you can get around the fact of, and I do use more of the near far because it kind of cuts out a lot of stuff. If I try to use the single point autofocus on this guy, it's tough because you're maybe you're doing yourself and you're kind of like, am I hitting the button? Can I see the change in the focus? Or if I set it up over there, is that what I want? You can do it, but if it's near far to me, two simple choices. Am I getting close to the camera, or I want it far away? Do I want to take images of far away and get that in focus? That seems to me the better way to do it. So I will test her out more when it comes to Disney and the cruise boat that I'm going to be on, and show you what this camera can do. Tell you if it doesn't work out, because it may not work out. Maybe like it's just too much. It's too much to do on the go real fast. You really need to think about what you're doing with this camera, how you want it set up. Set the far, well, not set the near. If you got questions about the camera, please leave it down below. I can answer you. There's 1,000 questions you're probably gonna ask about this thing. Everyone wants to know different stuff. Battery life, I did buy extra batteries. The extra batteries I bought, and there I'll show you the ones I got. They don't last anywhere near like the original battery from Sony. So if you have one of these already and you're debating to buy cheap batteries, but you want that battery to last long, buy the original batteries if you need it to last a long time. I'd use it the fact of it come with a nice charger, so I can charge this battery also. This is the one, it's the Sony one. I'm glad you're still sticking around. If you're still here watching this, you gotta subscribe, because otherwise it's rude. All right, this is a small battery here, very small, but this is the one from Sony, and it lasts. It's okay. It's nothing outstanding at all, but it's not as bad as they make it sound. But you need to buy another one. Yeah, you need to buy it. I have 3 now, so two cheapies and 1 original Sony. All right, see that later. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and come back. We're gonna talk about cameras I'm gonna take on the cruise and which ones are for what purpose. That's the goal.
Car reviewer, and you want that better look, you want to mount it to the glass, this is money, man. You set the focus and you're good to go. It won't change on you. Now it doesn't have that wide view you may want. You may still need another GoPro or an Action 2 on the side to give you that wide view, but this gives you more of that talking head shot, a little blur in the background. You can tell it's better than a GoPro look. All right, so I added a Saramonic microphone. See how that sounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The onboard mics of this camera sound pretty darn good. They've always sounded good. And if you're in it, especially in a closed, like a car like this, it'll sound pretty darn good.